I want to thank K-State for even playing us. I don't think there's a lot of power fours. They're called power fours now, power fives, whatever they're called, that would schedule a game like this. And I think that says a lot about their program, their coaching staff, and obviously their fans and their players. Because, they gave us an opportunity, a lot of Kansas City kids, to come in here into a full arena and be able to compete against a really good, well-coached team. So, definitely thank you to them for that opportunity. I thought our kids, at about the 8-minute mark in the second half, I thought we wore down a little bit at the 20-minute, like at halftime. We were starting to get worn out. They switched their defense, essentially didn't guard a couple guys, and we're having trouble getting them in rotation, and just having a lot of trouble. And then we compounded our mistakes by not sprinting back, and I think part of it was just we were tired. That 8-minute mark, we kind of reminded them of why we do our preseason, all those different things, and just said, hey, we run a 20 and 20, what it's called, and then, at 12, everybody always gets tired, and they're like, hey, we're only on number 12. I said, now we got to push through it, and they did. I would love to say that it was all coaching. It had nothing to do with me. It had everything to do with their toughness and their will to win, and I thought, Bennett specifically, it's interesting. I've had a lot of good guards, and I remember each of their, hey, we're not going to lose this game moments, and that was one of those moments. And I thought it started at about the 6-minute mark where it was like, I'm not going to lose. And that says a lot about him. It says a lot about his teammates to trust him to be able to do that.
Bennett, for you, I'll ask you this. They go down the court and tie it with that 3 down there. Kind of walk me through your eyes that last sequence, making that 3, only 2 attempted all game.
Well, first off, I want to give all glory to God. I trusted him with that shot, trusted him just with this game, and I just want to give all glory to him. That's the reason why I'm playing this game, because he gave me the talent, so I want to say that. And then, it was just one-on-one, tie game, and 10 seconds left on the clock, so I just made a move and saw instinct.
Bennett, this is for you. Nice to see you again, man. We call you guys the Northwest Four up north. You and Daniel and Isaiah, and all you guys. Just talk to me about the journey that you guys have been having this year, following Ben over here from Maryville to Des Moines now, and on this run here.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's not just 4 guys on the team. There's 8 other guys, and we're a great group, and we bond together well. And it's not about just the 4 Northwest guys. All of the other 8 are just as great teammates, and just as they help us win on the court. And
The Drake 4 now.
It's the Drake.
Bennett, to come back to KC, hit a shot like that, you dream of stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Where does that rank in as far as moments in your basketball career?
That's my first ever buzzer beater too, so it's got to be number 1. God works in mysterious ways, so it's just crazy. It hasn't hit me yet. I still don't know what happened, but it'll hit me maybe tonight or tomorrow.
We got practice tomorrow, Ben.
Yeah, that's right. On to Green Bay.
Yeah, running sprints.
Ben, what do you think you guys did early on that caught Kansas State off guard and building that early lead?
We just ran our offense. We just flowed, and they guarded us straight up. Where they didn't have any gimmicks at that point. Not gimmicks. Junk defense, whatever you want to call it. They switched to it towards the end of the first half, and that's when they made their run. Then we had a lot of trouble scoring on that. But they were guarding us straight up, man on man, and we just took what the defense gave us. There wasn't anything spectacular, just that's how we run our offense. We've really worked on it for about the last 12 days, though, I will tell you that. We struggled at Valpo, and Valpo did a really good job. And, every team's going to guard you a little bit differently, and it's nothing new for me personally. Just, over the years, we've had so many different random defenses, where it's like tonight was just they guarded 3 guys, and then they stacked those guys on the nail and at the rim. And so it made it difficult for us after that fact, but nothing spectacular, just our offense.
Coach, you've had a lot of success recruiting Kansas City kids, going back to your time at Northwest. Now that you are seeing that they can play at this level, what do you think is about these kids that makes them so successful here?
I think Kansas City is a very under-recruited city. And when we came in, me and my former assistant, Coach Meyer's from Blue Springs, and so we just got after Kansas City, and we thought that we could get enough high school talent, and we thought we could develop it out of there. And then, you get lucky with a guy like Bennett. We had a lot, Dylan Starsworth, Trevor Hudgens, Diego Bernard. We just got kind of lucky with a lot of guys, just evaluating them and trusting our own instincts. But I think it's a really well-coached city. I think Des Moines the same way. There's certain cities that are really well-coached, and then there's certain cities that may just have athletes. Kansas City has really good high school coaching, so that helps too. Guys are ready to play a lot sooner than most.
Coach, Coach, nice to see you again.
Yeah, my man.
Yeah, how's it going? No popcorn for you to eat this time.
Well, and you didn't ask me any goofy questions this time around, unless you got one for me.
This incredible run. I saw you on the podcast earlier this week. You said you guys have had the guys that have come over and they know how to win. Just talk to me about the influence that the guys that came with you, the influence that they have on this locker room, and what's worked for you guys up to this point.
Yeah, I honestly am not sure that I would have made the jump without some guys that came with, and obviously specific these guys. And the reason I say that is culture is very difficult to travel, and I know culture is very cliche, but culture is about people. And if we couldn't have those people early on, now I'm having to teach my entire staff what we're about. I'm having to teach every single player in that locker room. And then when they go to the locker room, I can't be in there, if somebody says the wrong thing about, hey, this is BS that we're doing this or whatever, because that naturally happens. I mean, I say it, but they're able to sit in there and correct that, so I don't ever have to worry about that. So, again, I think that the success that we've had has very little to do with any type of coaching. What it has to do with is the players in that locker room and our ability to identify tough kids, intangible talent, and then really stick to our guns with that. It's not a coaching thing as much as it is a people thing, and we've got great people.
Questions for Coach or not? Thank you, guys.
You didn't have one? My man.
I'm on deadline, Coach.